North Boy pretty much joint favourites at the moment on the tote. They're about $3.40 and $4 respectively, and that's pretty similar down here in the bookmakers ring. Keeper's been well thought of as well, but at the moment Felbalon and North Boy vying for favouritism. Peter?
Oh, isn't it sad to see the bookies struggling too after Saturday when they got everything?
I think they would have got through the carnival from Saturday, Pete.
There are the dividends officially with correct weight on race 7. Mr. Trickster on Super Tab, $7.50 and $2.70. Prince of Ward, $2.30. Embraceable You, $2.10. The Quinella paid $21.80. And the trifecta was $182.10. Let's head to the presentation and the Managing Director of Simplot Australia, Mr. Terry O'Brien.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, 4 and 20 has become synonymous with outdoor sport in Australia over recent years. This traditional Australian snack has been enjoyed by spectators of all persuasions, particularly in Victoria and more recently in other states. 4 and 20 is happy to sponsor events such as the 4 and 20 Stakes today, in recognition of our strong relationship with sport in Australia. I'm very pleased to present the trophy to the connections of Mr. Trickster.
Thank you, Terry O'Brien, the Managing Director of Simplot Australia. That's 7 down, 2 to go. The next event, one of the big ones, race 8, the Group 2 Emirates Classic at 4:30. And when we come back after the break, we'll be catching up with the 2000 Melbourne Cup winner Brew and finding out what his new profession is. That's all in front of us on Oaks Day.
Yes, Oaks Day at the Melbourne Cup Carnival, a day of sheer elegance and, there's some of the champagne casualties there. Very nice. It is a great week, it really is one of Australia's great weeks of sport. You know, only 3 horses in the history of the Melbourne Cup have been able to win it 3 times, and Brew was denied the chance of doing that this year for a variety of reasons, one of them being he now has a vastly different job.
Tuesday, November 7, 2000. In a little less than 3.5 minutes, Brew goes from just another racehorse to a national hero. But on Tuesday, as the Cup was run again, the defending champ was learning a very different job. Senior Constable Kevin Knowles has been in the Victoria Police Mounted Branch for 26 years.
Now he's in the police stables. He's just one of the boys, one of the horses, and yeah, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, he's a famous horse, but he's just one of the troops.
Connections had hoped that Brew would defend his crown on Tuesday, but injury ended his quest to become the 4th winner of successive cups.
That we didn't think he'd stand another preparation, and the last thing we wanted to do was lose him. He'd been really good to us and the owners, and I think they know it was a special day for them, and that the horse had been great to them, and they're quite happy to retire him.
Very smooth.
You've got to be happy with that. You've got to be happy with that.
It was basically the first time I've had him out on the road, and for what he's done and what other horses do around here, he was very impressive, really. So there's no guarantees in this job, but you know, I was very happy with what he did. Very relaxed. He had a lot of noise early on, and yeah, he handled it very well. But it is hard on them. It's a hard career for them. It's a tough life for them, but they get looked after. But yeah, they're pretty special horses. Walking, standing, they get a lot of standing around, and the race horses find that difficult to start off with until they get to understand, and yeah, it takes a while.
Being on the back of Brew isn't the only thing that Kevin Knowles and Cup-winning rider Kerrin McEvoy have in common. Their affection for the animal is a common bond.
I hadn't seen him for a while, so it was really good to go up and see him and have a pat. He's a special horse, and I won't forget him in a hurry.
You get attached to all of them. Start off with you sort of, yeah, it'd be very easy to pass them on, but after you've ridden them for 12 months or more, it's yeah, very difficult. But yeah, that's part of what I've got to do.
He got better as he got older, but yeah, if you'd asked me 12 months beforehand, I wouldn't have given him a chance of being a police horse. But I say at this stage he's going really well at it, and that he's still got a little bit to do there to confirm that he's going to make it there, but I say the signs are very good.
ever feel the urge just to give him a bit of rein and let him go?
Oh, that might happen once. Or, oh, no, I'll try and contain that.
Yeah, it could be a great occupation for past Melbourne Cup winners. Black Knight, the 1984 Melbourne Cup champion, also became a police horse. Now, apparently, there's a tremendous amount of interest in this painting, and I'm thrilled about that. But remember, this isn't a competition. We want you to purchase it. It's not very expensive either to buy. $395 plus postage and handling. Commissioned by the renowned equine artist Judith Lemon. Commemorative painting. There's the name of the great champion himself, Phar Lap. Many racing identities and personalities represented there. Now, this is the important thing. Support of the Save the Children Fund, Open Family Australia and the St Vincent's Institute for Medical Research. 900 of them, that's all there are, and being made available to the public for those three very worthy causes. There's the number, 1-800-827-463, $395 plus postage and handling. Buy yourself one, look great behind the bar. This is the week, my friends, when the city of Melbourne absolutely sparkles. There's South Bank. Looks fantastic, doesn't it? A week of its life. We'll take a break from the Oaks. A beautiful day, wonderful racing, champagne, glorious fashions, all adds up to Oaks Day 2001. Yes, we know you're having a fabulous time, aren't you? Absolutely fabulous time. We're just speculating about whether it's about 2 to 1 girls to boys, because as you know, where the girls are, that's where the boys will be too. Where the boys are. Connie Francis, 1960s hit. God, I'm old. You're loving it. I can remember that. I'm very old. Fashions on the field. Haven't seen Lynn Talbot for a while. Lenny, take it away.
Tim Webster, I bet all of you guys would love to trade places with me right now. I'm standing amongst a bevy of beauties, all stunningly dressed down in the Maya Fashions on the Field enclosure. Now, as you know, Melbourne Cup Day was a washout for this event, the first time in the history of the competition, and that has made for a very busy day today. In fact, we've had to squeeze in 4 heats with over 320 ladies vying for the $130,000 worth of prizes in the Millinery Award and the Classic Racewear Award. Tough job for our panel of judges today. Amongst them, designers, milliners, fashion editors, and celebrities like our very own Rhonda Birchmore. How are you?
I'm so well today, having a fantastic day.
It must be a tough job though, choosing from so many ladies.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think this year, more so than other years, we've got some of the older ladies who are just immaculately dressed and some young, really fresh ones. So it is hard, and I personally have not necessarily gone for like the absolute model type of looks, you know, the size 8 and the incredible, you know, thing, but just the genuine, wonderful woman that's gone up and gone to a lot of trouble and looks fantastic.
So what is the actual criteria?
I think elegant, the shoes matching the bag and the hat, if it all works. There's no particular colour. We've got all sorts of things.
That's the interesting thing this year. There is no particular colour at all.
There's some beautiful beiges and aquas, and I think if it works on the girl with the colouring and all of that, we've selected her, and I don't know who will win.
And can I tell you, red is perfect on Rhonda Birchmore. Oh, you look gorgeous. Who dressed you today?
Well, Jerry from Wesson has put me in Versace, so thank you, Jerry.
Millinery by?
Millinery is from Wesson too, so I think June Edwards did the hat. So
you should be up here, not in the judging panel.
Well, you know, this is a secret, girls. I've worn 6-inch heels because I figure if you get stuck in the turf, you're still going to be 6 foot if you sink.
competition. The judges have handed down their verdict on the Maya Fashions on the Field competition for 2001. Congratulations to both of you winners. Firstly, Natalie Hunter. What an extraordinary prize you've got, winning the Ladies Classic Racewear competition.
Yeah.
Can you describe your outfit?
Well, I thought the 50s sort of influence would be a good way to go. So we've got the sort of flared skirt, the vest, and it's also bullfighter-ish kind of matador look. And also I love black and white, so black and white.
Well, you look absolutely stunning. A deserved winner. Trip to Rome.
Yeah.
And your weight in Salinger Champagne. And $10,000 worth of spending money at Maya. So fantastic. Well done, you.
Thank you.
And also for the Millinery Award, we have Rebecca Sheehy in this magnificent piece. It's an artiste piece, isn't it?
Yes, it's a little bit of sculpture on top of the head.
It is. Now, who did that for you?
I did.
You did it? Isn't it wonderful?
Thank you. It's
You're
only
a
my
clever
lady
girl.
first, because in regards to my mother. So.
Well, congratulations to you both. Have you had fun being involved?
Yeah, great fun.
Absolutely.
That's what we like to hear, having fun with fashions out here at Flemington. And so that concludes our Maya Fashions on the Field competition for this year. No doubt one of the best we've ever seen.
Oh, without doubt. They look absolutely stunning. That's what it's all about. It's a bit uncertain these times. Get dressed up, come to the races and have a ball. Tim Gossage, before you update the Emirates, I just want to harken back to I can't believe you've never had a 4 and 20 pie. You must have led a very sheltered life.
No, I said I've had a 4 and 20 pie, and the way I'm punting, I'll be eating more of them too tonight.
I thought you said, I think they make pies.
No, unlike yourself, Jimmy, you'll be having caviar tonight and I'll have a pie and sauce.
I'm just thinking that ought to be good for a couple of dozen delivered to the Sofitel, don't you think?
I'll do anything for a free pie. Let me tell you, Felvalon has now displaced North Boy as the favourite in this race. Clearly the best back Felvalon. But let's turn our attention over the page to number 12, Fair Embrace. I can tell you it has shortened in a couple of points. It is $16.80 on the tote, half that in the ring. If you're a tote punter and you're near a phone or you're near a TAB around the country, that's the one you want to be on. That's the value. It's half that price in the ring, $16.80 on the tote. Fair Embrace.
OK, Timothy, thank you. 4:30, so about 12 minutes away, the Emirates Classic as we take a break. And these are the ladies who look so beautiful associated with Emirates Airlines.
This is a 10 News Update.
In 10's 5 o'clock news, this is the video the government claims proves both people threw their children overboard. Police claim in court that a 17-year-old admits bludgeoning a 12-year-old boy into a coma during a robbery. Warnings the National Australia Bank plans job cuts despite its $2 billion profit. NRL boss David Moffat resigns for a new job in England. New restrictions for motorists around schools. And they even do police chases bigger and better in Texas. Join us for all of today's news, first at 5 o'clock.
Could you survive 35 years unemployment? Well, if you leave school at 20 and retire at 55, you've been 35 years in work. But if you live until you're 90, you'll be 35 years out of work. So will your money last that long? Talk to a financial advisor about a financial plan which could include managed funds that keep performing. Because 35 years is a bloody long time.
Amazing deals from Radio Rentals. Not 1, not 2, but 3 months rent-free at Radio Rentals. TVs from $5 a week, fridges from $6, VCRs from $4 a week. Only $4, plus 3 months rent-free. What a deal. Call your local store on 131181 now. TVs from $5 a week, fridges from $6, VCRs from $4. Call 131181 now, Radio Rentals. 131181 and get 3 months rent-free.
Surrender. Surrender. Surrender to the shine. New Shine Delice Lip Color by L'Oreal Paris. A new kind of shine. Gorgeous with pearl shimmer, radiant with vitamin C, bursting with moisture. Shiny, glossy, but never sticky. New Shine Delice to turn your lips luscious, shimmering, irresistible. New Shine Delice from L'Oréal Paris.
Surrender, because you are fit.
By the way, insure with Amy and you can get new for old replacement, as well as fast settlement on claims.
Power your PC with the Intel Pentium 4 processor and discover the most amazing digital music and video ever. For incredible PC experiences, look for this symbol.
Come to a land where the warriors are fierce and the sheep are nervous.
Witness V8 history in the making when the Aussies battle the Kiwis.
We'll give them something to be nervous about. The Boost Mobile V8 International, Sunday from 1 on 10.
It is Oaks Day. Melbourne Cup Carnival 2001 at Flemington. Yes, our producer is right into the spirit of the day. Lots of ladies looking gorgeous. A few champagne tragedies around, which of course tomorrow will translate into pain. A lot of it right in the head. Peter Donegan, as I come down, this is worth mentioning, you know, in 1983, about 23,000 people came to Flemington for this day, and as you know, the last few years, it's been just amazing. Thursday, supposed to be a work day.
Yeah, someone should tell the people who get here that it is supposed to be a work day. We haven't had a crowd yet, Tim. I'm certain that it's over 100,000 people.
And I think most of the bosses would be coming to this day as well. So, yeah, I think they're pretty well let off on Oaks Day.
Yeah, the employees bump into the bosses, and the bosses look just as embarrassed as the employees. By the way, as we look at Falvalon, just with regards to Tim Gossage, yes, he does know about 4 and 20s. He eats them 3 at a time. Falvalon, number 1, is a mighty sprinter. Had a bit of a setback a couple of weeks ago, Damien Oliver for Danny Bagua.
Yes, look at him walking around the mounting yard, Pete. He's one of those horses that nothing really worries him. He's nice and relaxed. When the jockey gets on board, he's a totally different horse. He knows what it's all about. He's a professional sprinter. He's a terrific sprinter, and he's a great chance.
What about the Lightning Stakes winner this year, number 2, and that is Sports. Darren Gauci, the rider for John Hawkes.
I could forgive Sports' last run. He was 5 wide at Caulfield there. I thought it was a good effort at Moonee Valley when he ran second behind Strategic Image. He's one of those evergreen type of sprinters, and he's always a chance in a race like this.
I reckon Bomber Bill's probably in the same category, Jen. You never write him off. He's trained on the track. The Russell Cameron, Stephen Arnold combination's already had success today. Bomber Bill starts from gate 11.
Without winning, this horse has run some terrific races this campaign, and his last one, he battled on quite well on Saturday as well. He's likely to get a nice run from barrier 11, and I think he's there with a good each-way chance.
Number 6 is Keeper. Brett Preble has been the star of the show the last couple of years. Not quite as good so far in 2001, but he takes the ride for Miles Plum.
He got stopped at a very crucial stage in the race at Moonee Valley. He's had that one run in from a break. He's a very good horse, and he's a very nice type as well, Pete. The 1200 is in his favour, and he's a chance.
This other horse, number 7, Point Danger, is he consistent, and does he go well up the straight? Alan Bailey, the trainer, Brian York, the rider, and he's drawn the outside gate, so he'll be there. The others have to get there.
That's true. Yes, I've liked his runs too, Peter. Every chance, though, I thought in the Salinger, it was still a good run, and at weight for age scale here, it gets him with 57.5. That's my only concern with him.
Looking at Belle de Jour, number 8, Jen, I don't think she's taken any harm from the run the other day. She looks superb. Patrick Payne is the change of rider. Lenny Beasley rode her on the weekend. Clary Connors, the trainer.
I think on Saturday, she really did give them a bit too much start, and she charged home towards the end of that race. She's very talented, there's no doubt about it, being the 2000 Golden Slipper winner, and she's there with an each-way chance.
What about the young horse, the 3-year-old North Boy? Tony McAvoy is the trainer. Stephen Baxter, the rider, drops a massive 6.5 kilos from Saturday.
Very good young sprinter, this horse, and as you say, if he hasn't taken any harm off that hard track on Saturday with that lightweight, he's showing a lot of promise, and he'll be hard to beat.
There weren't too many better on looks than number 12, Fair Embrace, in the mounting yard. Karen McAvoy, the rider for Graham Rogerson, and this is the one that Tim Gossage is saying they've come for.
Well, she is a very good, tough filly, and Pete, like you, I thought she looked excellent in the mounting yard. She won well at Moonee Valley when she raced on the pace, and she led them up on the outside on Saturday, and I thought it was a good effort there.
Trifecta quickly, Jen.
Yes, number 1, Falvalon from 10, North Boy, and 8, Belle de Jour.
Righto, well, there are the tote figures. You've seen them for race 8, and that is the Emirates Classic. Let's go down to the betting ring and find out if there's been any action with Tim Gossage.
Certainly has, Pete. They're back number 1, Felvalon, for plenty. It'll jump a clear-cut favourite. There's also a bit of specking for Keeper, and as you mentioned, Fair Embrace. $12 on the tote, still much shorter than that in the bookmaker's ring, so you're getting great price on the tote. But Damien Oliver's having a great carnival, and they reckon, the punters that is, that he'll win one here on Felvalon. It's a short price favourite.
They are a wonderful combination. They've been successful overseas on this horse, Damien Oliver and Felvalon in Hong Kong, and they'll fly up the famous Flemington Straight. There's number 12. It's 1,200 metres. Fair Embrace will be running the 1,200, and they start right up the top at Epsom Road, and then 1,200 metres down to the finish. Outside rail will be where they're all trying to get to. I think North Boyne, Gary Willits agrees with me. Felvalon for Jenny Chapman, Keeper from John Letts, Belle de Jour from Dan Malicki. A diversity of opinion here before the Emirates Classic Race 8. They're about to move into the gates. Let's see if Roy Higgins can add to that diversity.
You want more confusion, Pete?
Please, if you wouldn't mind.
I've actually went with a good horse in number 1, Felvalon. He's a magnificent animal, this guy. He's been out walking down there for quite some time. Had a chat with his trainer, Danny Begor. He's confident his little problems are over and done with, and if that's the case, he's a brilliant sprinter, and this firm track will suit him. I've marked him clearly on top of number 6, Keeper. Gee, this horse has improved since his first up run at Moonee Valley. He looked excellent in the yard. He's the one is drawn in, so he's probably going to go back and he'll come down the outside. He looked excellent. 2 horses backing up from Saturday in number 10, North Boy, and also 4, Bomber Bill, both backing up from last Saturday, but I must say both of them did parade well, and I don't have a lot of fear. Being sprinters, they don't jar up as much as what they do over staying distances. So for the second last here, I went with the top weight in Felvalon. I marked them 1, 6, 10 and 4.
Roy, just before you go, you won an Oaks on Lightfingers, didn't you, in 64? And then she went on to win the Melbourne Cup in 1965.
Yeah, she went to Sydney and won the Oaks in Sydney. She came back 1 weight for age racing and then went on to win the Melbourne Cup.
I might see a little bit of a parallel with that filly today, Magical Miss. I think she is a Cups horse in the making, the way she won today.
You know, you go through some of those very good fillies of Barts and Leilani, right through all those Oaks winners. She's definitely up at that level, and I think even looking at her down the back, you know she's going to be a better horse again next preparation. Even though she looks absolutely stunning at present, she's going to be bigger and stronger. And to see how well she backed up from last Saturday, she was one of the very few that really did come back right. Means she's got a terrific constitution and very good legs.
Yes, and very fast legs as well.
Exactly right.
Thanks, Roy.
Thanks, mate.
Roy Higgins, courtesy of Sport 927. There is Felvalon out behind the gates with our premier rider, Damien Oliver. There might be some last-minute news in the betting ring. Let's check up with Tim Gossage.
Good on you, Pete. Yeah, they've come for North Boy in the last 2 or 3 minutes. It's been heavily commissioned late. Felvalon will jump favourite, but North Boy heavily commissioned in the last 2 minutes.
No doubt, by courtesy of the fact that he dropped 6.5 kilos from Saturday, and he's very, very talented. Gary Willits, how did you mark them in the Emirates Classic?
Well, I'm going to go for the 10 North Boy. I just thought he gets 5 kilos in weight off Felvalon, and I thought, you know, it's a very good run. But normally in weight for age races, Peter, generally the best horse generally wins, and it's hard. You know, Felvalon's going to be a tough horse to beat. But you've got to have a choice, so I've gone for the 10 North Boy. And the other one I like to look at was Keeper, number 6. And one that did take my eye, but he's really good odds, was the 7 Point Danger. I thought it was a very good run. The Salinger, Dan, and only half a length from the winner.
Good straight track horses. Pete said before. Yeah, the weight for age is probably the key there, but he's a pretty tough horse. Some of these are at the end of long preparations. They've been up a while, and they just have one more crack at a decent race, being $250,000. Felvalon, on the other hand, didn't go so fantastic. On the 13th of October, he was beaten, which is a surprise because we know him to be one of the best sprinters around, so he might be a bit fresher.
That's right, and the one that has settled up well was the 12 Fair Embrace. She's a tough filly, and she wasn't far away the other day in the Salinger, so it's some sort of race. I want to come up,
Group 2, $250,000 Emirates Classic. They're all locked away, with Point Danger being the last of them to go in. Set. Famous straight 6 racing. And jumping well, Point Danger with Fair Embrace, Bomber Bill. And they're all going to go to the outside rail. Pont and Fly was up there also with Felvalon. Next, Sedation with Sports, Natois, Belle de Jour, and North Boy and Keeper. So passing the 1,000 metres, and we have Point Danger, who's hard up against the rail. Fair Embrace just getting by it now with Sports. Pot and Flyer tucked just in behind them with Felvalon. Bomber Bills nearer the outside rail, tracking Point Danger. North Boy would be about 6th or 7th, but towards the inside of that group of horses with Keeper in the navy white armbands and white cap. Then came Natois, who's back about last of the bunch. Belle de Jour just ahead of it. They're only about 4 lengths from the leaders. Onto the course proper with 500 left to travel. Fair Embrace, Point Danger, Sports from Pot and Flyer. North Boy is hard ridden. Felvalon right there. No run, Bomber Bill. And then came Natois trying to get through from Sedation, Belle de Jour. Fair Embrace in front of Sports, Felvalon, Belle de Jour. Pont and Flyers made up good ground. Then came Natois. Fair Embrace tackled by Felvalon. And Belle de Jour running on. It's Felvalon in front. Belle de Jour having a crack at it late. Felvalon in front. Belle de Jour coming in at Felvalon. Belle de Jour. Belle de Jour lunged at Felvalon. Could have kicked back and won it, but it'll be very close. Thirds also close. Fair Embrace and Sedation with Pont and Flyer, Sports. Bomber Bill may have been unlucky, weakening Point Danger, North Boy, and then Keeper and Natois. Photo 18.8.
Very close, Dan. Felvalon had the race won, and Belle de Jour came at it, and then I thought, you know, whether Felvalon's kicked back again on the line, I don't know. I thought Belle de Jour might have just held it, but it's very hard to tell from here. Nothing in this.
Pete, yeah, this could go either way. There's no doubt about that.
Very close.
Yeah, let's identify these horses. This is Belle de Jour in the blue colours there. Felvalon is the horse in the gold cap. And for third, it is very close too. And I think Sedation's right in it there. We'll have the result of the photos shortly, but as we roll them, Felvalon had a lovely drag behind the leaders, Gary, and Belle de Jour had a good drag behind it.
Oh, definitely. Belle de Jour is getting a lovely card. He's followed Felvalon all the way. Fair Embrace here on the outside. It's done a good job again. It's ran very well. Here's Felvalon. He's got through here, and I thought at this stage he was going to win.
Still no result.
And then here comes Belle de Jour, and they've gone right to the line, these two. I thought Belle de Jour was going to go past him here, but Felvalon's really kicked back, and I'm just not sure. It's very close.
Well, the longer this goes, the more possibility of a dead heat, you would think.
Yeah, here it is here.
Because normally
Nothing in it.
Normally they can get the result of the photo much quicker than this in these days of technology.
Yeah.
Now let's have a look at them once again. Belle de Jour, that horse there.
Yep.
Felvalon there.
Yep.
And Sedation is actually behind them in the purple cap.
Eight's got it.
About to get through. Eight's got it.
Belle de Jour's got it. Belle de Jour by a lip. Number 8 beats number 1. And, well, a lip doesn't do it justice, Pete.
No.
Something much smaller than a lip.
Half a lip.
Oh.
Yes.
What about North Boy? He was gone at the 600. He was under the whip.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Yeah. Has had a long campaign, as Gary had said. He was up for the Ascot Vale, didn't get the mile, freshen up again, maybe just one run too far. That's it. That's the decision. That
official winning margin, Dan, I think will be a B's.
Yeah, absolutely, and a short one at that.
Is it ever?
Fives run third, so it's 8.15. John Letts, Paddy Payne timing it to perfection.
Yes, timing it to perfection, Paddy, about a quarter of an inch, and when they went over the line, Damon said to me, oh, I think Paddy's won it. Well, we didn't know because it was so close, Paddy, but Belle de Jour, gee, she's an honest bull, isn't she?
Very gutsy when she had to pull out everything to win today. She got there with a stride to go and right on the line. Felvalon fought back, so I didn't know which way it was going to go. It was great to win.
And her run in the Golden Clip was just an enormous run, wasn't it? Has she got a little bit of a trait at the gate? She's not real quick into stride, or?
No, it was just the freakish